Hello there, welcome back to another episode. This is us talking about post-apocalyptic films because we're kind of living through coronavirus just now, and we're preparing for the apocalypse, you know. And the apocalypse has always been a little subgenre in filmmaking that everyone seems to enjoy, even though every apocalyptic film tends to ignore stuff like farming and how you'd actually feed yourself. I mean, they very rarely go into that. It's usually like, we'll eat tinned goods. You're like, that would not last long, you know.
Nope, would not last long, Joel.
So, but we ignore that and we just go into the films, and there's obviously a ton of really fun films that is a post-apocalyptic ones. So, so we're your guide to the good ones for as you kind of weed out the apocalypse and wonder, how will you possibly survive it? You know, I mean, I can see James right now through our video stream. He can see me, and obviously neither of us are surviving well. You know, we're wrecks of people basically. We've both got short hair, beards. We both need to lose weight. We're dead. We've got glasses. It's like two versions of the same person. One a bit older than the other. That's it.
Weirdly enough, though, I must be the only person during this lockdown to be gaining weight while on a diet.
Yeah, that's difficult. If I've gained any weight, it's because I'm bored and I'm not observing a diet. You know, I tried to start, but now I've kind of
gave up.
I've grown weak by tedium. I've just kind of lost some of my. I'll try and get better next week again, but not this week. You know, it turns out I had a lot more Smarties than I thought I had, and I've been going through them pretty badly. They're so easy to eat. Cause I bought them for my niece and nephew, and suddenly the coronavirus they weren't around any longer. And I was like, I have to eat these. Someone has to eat them. And
aye, you got to take that bullet.
I know. So we better get started on the list itself.
Alright, I'll let you start.
Well, the obvious one is the Mad Max series. That's kind of really obvious. Like, I'll do one, you do one, I'll do one, you do one. Really, probably
You'll
easier.
probably go off your nut when it comes to Mad Max, because I've only seen 2 of them.
I'll go off my nut over most things you say. You know.
I'm pretty sure, especially the fact I've only seen 2 Mad Max movies.
What ones have you seen?
The first one and Fury Road.
You mean you haven't seen Road Warrior?
Nope, I've got it in Blu-ray, but I've just never watched it.
Well, Road Warrior is great. I'm not angry with you. I'm just disappointed. You're doing yourself.
Sure gave me Road Warrior.
Yeah, you're doing yourself a disservice not watching it. It's so good. It's just such a good film.
I'll get to it though.
Yeah, but yeah, the Mad Max movies are great fun, but Fury Road is a film I've bought already many times. I mean, I saw the cinema in 3D. I bought the 3D version when it came out. I've got the 4K version. I've got the black and white version. You could say...
I'm sure I went to see it with you.
Never.
So who did I see it in the cinema with?
I don't know. Was it me?
Did I go myself?
You could do. I would not let you take that experience by your presence.
I've definitely seen it in the cinema, but I don't know who I've seen it with.
Yeah, he's thinking. If you hear a noise, he's thinking. You know.
Aye, it'll come to me eventually.
Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, the Mad Max series is just like this. It's a kind of series that is like, if you think post-apocalyptic, you think the Mad Max series, I think. Like, for the traditional apocalypse, that was the first one that was, like, iconic, really. And we now have to not think too much about Mel Gibson in them, really.
Aye. Oh, nothing wrong with Mel Gibson.
What?
Nothing wrong with Mel Gibson.
Well, so apart from a lot of the bad films plus these personal life problems.
No, we ignore the personal life stuff. He has got some good films. Look at Lethal Weapons.
The first one.
4 of them. There's 4 good Lethal Weapon movies.
No, there's not. The first one and most of the second, that's it. That's the only ones that count. Yeah. Anyway,
In Mad Max 1, I remember being quite bored watching the original. I think that's why I never watched the second one.
Well, the first one is a really low budget film, and he expects a lot more action than it actually has. It has some bits of action, but it's not really an action movie. The second one is
I was quite young when I watched the first one, though.
Yeah. The second one is where the action really starts. That's the one that's a really big action movie when they got money to make it.
Yeah.
And the third one's a lot of action too, but the fourth one's pure action. Fury Road's full on action. We should also point out, when James used to work in a poster shop or a t-shirt shop, he made me a Mad Max Fury Road t-shirt because I was a big fan of it.
I did?
Yep. So that's a little tie to this episode. That's a little extra special thing you get with two idiots talking. You know.
You're not even wearing it for this episode.
I know. I actually keep it up. I don't wear it. I actually keep it up in a rack so it's in good condition.
Alright.
So I'm keeping it good. I'm keeping it in good condition.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
So what's your favourite of the Mad Maxes?
Fury Road.
Fury Road?
Yeah. Followed by Road Warrior. Another two are enjoyable, but those are the two that I really like. You know, the third one gets a bad rap, actually. The third one got a lot of bad...
Thunderdome?
Thunderdome, yeah. It's like, it does have some problems. It's this film with the slowest bits in it. There's a lot better and more good stuff than people remember from it. Because I watched it a few years ago and it's pretty damn good. It's just not as great as 2 and 4, which are the really great ones. So, I like Fury Road a lot more than you do, I think.
I really like Fury Road. I've only seen it once and that was in the cinema. I've got it on Blu-ray, but I'm kind of saving it for a rainy day.
Yep. Well, we're in the apocalypse now. How much rainier do you need it to be?
It's true.
Yeah.
Could shove on Fury Road, I suppose. Or I could restart the full series and watch them all.
Yeah, you probably should do that first, actually. Watch them all in order.
Yeah. If I can watch all the police academies, I can do that.
Yeah, that is the cinema apocalypse.
Nothing wrong with it.
We should mention the Mad Max rip-off, Waterworld, as well. I was going to mention it later on. I thought we might as well mention it with Mad Max. It seems silly not to.
I never really considered it a rip-off, but like I said, I've not really seen the series.
Waterworld. There's no series, there's one film.
Not with Mad Max.
Yeah. So Waterworld's a fun film. It's not the greatest film, but it's enjoyable. It's one of those films I've always enjoyed. I saw it on release in the cinema when it came out, when everyone thought it was going to be the biggest bomb ever, and it wasn't. It was just a enjoyably overblown film. Do you like that one or dislike it?
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
So I remember getting it from Global Video when I was young and thinking, this is alright. Not special, but it's alright.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. What's that?
So I remembered all the action figures being in movies.
Yeah.
And then instantly going on sale.
Yeah, it was. That was not a good. They weren't very good looking things. They weren't really. You couldn't really sell toys in this film. I've actually got the Arrow box set thing where you get the documentary, the making of it, and all the rest of it, and the extended cuts of it and stuff, and Blu-ray. I've got that.
Yeah.
It's a very nice box set. I've been meaning to watch it to do a review of it, but I haven't done it yet.
Not bad.
Yep. So it's a film I've always been fond of, even though I know it's not the greatest film. You know, It's one of those films. It's like I can say nice things about it, even though when people say they hate it, I'm not like going to beat you to death for your own shoe or something for hating it. You know, Fury Road, on the other hand, yeah, I probably would. So that's justified though. That's Fury Road. You see, by the thing with Fury Road, take your life in your own hands. I'll let you choose one.
Road.
Yeah.
So for post-apocalyptic films, the ones I'd recommend would be the George Romero's first 3 zombie films: Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, and Day of the Dead.
What about the other 3?
They're great, but for this current situation, I think the original 3 is probably the best suited.
Yeah, I you should go, like, you've already admitted to watching Police Academy movies. You might as well just go and see out them all, watch all of them.
I do that every couple of years anyway. I love them.
What, the Police Academy films?
No, the George Romero films, all 6 of them.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing with zombie movies is zombies scare the hell out of me. As you know, I'm a total wuss when it comes to zombies. It's one of
They
those,
really are.
yeah. I mean, you're a total wuss when it comes to life. I'm just zombies.
Aye, when your life don't go on.
Yeah. So, I've lost my train of thought there. I just was there, then went. But
The main reason I chose those 3 films over all 6 of them is they're all centred around the one location, kind of like we're all doing just now because we're on lockdown.
Yeah.
The first film's set in a wee farmhouse, second film's in the shopping mall, and the third film's in the underground mall, and it shows how different people cope
it's
to
not,
being in isolation.
It's not underground mall, it's an underground army base.
Same thing. Same thing.
Yeah. So what's your favourite of the 3?
Dawn of the Dead is my favourite out of all the zombie films.
I'm more of a Day person. I like Day.
Oh, really? I love Day.
Yeah.
I love Sergeant Rhodes, but Dawn of the Dead's got a soft place in my heart.
A soft, squishy dead place.
Yes. Plus the music in those 2 films is fantastic.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, even though zombies scare me, those 3 films are terrific. They're really good. I've got the Criterion Night of the Living Dead one where you get the extra different cuts of it and stuff as well. It's really worth seeing because it's been remastered and everything. It looks gorgeous. Those are wonderful films. Very depressing. They're really...
aye.
I mean, people like die in horrible ways in those films, and people are seen to be completely incompetent, which is something that's been shown to be pretty accurate by what's happened recently.
Yeah. I'm comparing myself to those 3 films right now. So in the first film, everybody's fighting, they think they're going to go through it. By the second film, you can see that they're slowly going depressed by being stuck indoors and doing the same thing every day. And the third film, it shows you everybody basically goes mad by being stuck indoors. So that's basically what's going on right now.
Yeah.
I started off, I can do this, I can do it. Then it's like, oh no, I don't know if I can do this anymore. Now I'm starting to go mad.
Yeah. You look mad. I mean, you look insane. You know.
I always do though.
Yeah. He's lying back, so I can only see his head and nothing else of his body, but I can imagine something horrible going on.
I'm just chilling.
Right.
PJs.
Right. Yeah, I mean, they are a wonderful set of films. They are very funny, though. They're funny as hell, the films.
Why?
And there's lots of dark humour, but stuff that's not funny. Like the little zombie girl eating its mother. It's very dark, but it's kind of funny at the same time. You know.
Stabs her to death as well.
Yeah, I know. And then the idea the hero survives the zombies, then he gets killed by rednecks. You know, which is really funny and dark and horrible.
And the arsehole was right the whole time.
Yeah, well, that's what happens in life as well. Of course, the third movie, you've got the zombie hero. You've got Bub, who...
Oh, Bob, the best zombie ever to grace TV and film.
Yeah, he gets revenge on the guy who killed his the doctor, who he kind of liked. So he ends up leading the zombies in to kill all the people because they killed the doctor, which is wonderful. You know, and of course Rhodes gets ripped apart limb by limb. You know, by the zombies and
Even the entire time.
choking it, which is a great moment. You'll get the Tom Savini bikers in the second one who are, you know,
Nut jobs.
yeah. I mean, the thing is, it shows that people go mad in the apocalypse. That no one survives well. It's like when you take away people's basics, they're going to go insane. They're not going to do well, which is something that people probably disagree with. But actually, we see it now. Some people behave terribly under duress. You know.
Aye.
And other people behave
Especially when it
perfectly.
comes to toilet roll.
I know, that's shocking. You know, are you using your hand now?
What?
Are you using your hand now
I'm just chilling. What do you mean?
as toilet roll?
Oh, I get you now. You're trying to be funny.
I thought that was quite an easy joke, but obviously you were thinking something dirtier.
I was thinking something dirty. My mind always was straight to dirty.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, it does show people at their worst as they go completely insane and just go mental. Should we talk about Shaun of the Dead as well, since it's a zombie movie? We will just cover the zombie movie just now and get it out of the way.
I think this is Shaun of the Dead, the last zombie film anyway, innit? We're going to talk about... No.
I was going to bring up the 20 days, 20 weeks later as well. They're not as good, but they're enjoyable. They're like the best of the fast-moving zombie films, I think.
They're not zombies, though.
What? I
They're
know,
not zombies.
they're infected, but they're kind of zombie-like, and basically they're zombies without being...
Yeah. Well, we've got Shaun of the Dead. That's basically a comical apocalypse movie.
Yeah, but it still kills people off, which is nice.
Aye. So he doesn't even notice it's happening until the last minute.
Yeah, no, he's completely clueless. He's hungover, and they're pretty incompetent throughout. They're really pretty terrible at what they're doing. They just don't have a clue.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I would say it's one of my favourite comedies of all time.
You would.
It's got to be one. It's got to be at least my top 5.
Your top 5. I enjoy it. I wouldn't go that far. It's not. It's not that level for me, but I still enjoy it watching it every so often. It's funny. I think one of the problems now is because Simon Pegg's been so overexposed, it becomes slightly annoying because he's been annoying in a lot of other films. So it's sometimes it's hard to take. It's like, oh, it's him.
You just can't forgive Star Trek, can you?
I don't really mind Star Trek. I don't blame him for Star Trek. It's just there's been a lot of bad indie comedies, and he's been and he comes across as kind of dickish sometimes in some of his interviews, which is just kind of very annoying. So there is that, but it's still a very enjoyable film. I kind of like one of the others in that trilogy better, which is The World's End. Hot Fuzz is my least favourite. The World's End is one of my favourite. We'll get to that later because it's not. But there's also Zombieland 1 and 2 as well, which is available. They're fun, you know.
I quite like the second one more than I was expecting to.
Yeah, they're fun movies. They're not in the same class as, the Shaun of the Dead for horror comedies, but they're still enjoyable. They do their own thing. They're fun to do, you know. And you've got the 28 weeks, 28 days later, which is the infected thing.
Oh, they're brilliant films.
Yeah. I'm weird. I like the second one better. I
like them both as much as each other.
Yeah. A lot of people think the first one's far better than the second one, but I like the second one better. Mainly because I like the characters in the second one more. You know.
Yeah.
I just like
that opening to the second film, though, is so good.
Yeah. No, I think it's just the set of the situation as you're waiting for it to go wrong. Like, they go back when all the zombies are dead and everything's going to go right, they're thinking, and you're just waiting for that moment where just everything goes to hell. And then it just really goes to hell. Plus the rotors, the helicopter killing the zombies was fun.
Yeah.
You know. And the whole thing was just nice and bleak and nasty, and the first one was enjoyable, but I think the first one, because it was so reminiscent of the second half of the Romero movies.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of annoyed me. It was like, you're going too close to your inspiration here. You know, this is just basically that's Day of the Dead, this second half. With Christopher Eccleston as Rhodes, basically.
Aye, it really is just the same character.
Yeah. Enjoyable film, but I think it was, that kind of bugged me slightly. So, any other zombie stuff that you want to talk about before we move on? Is there anything else we've forgotten?
I'm just trying to think. Robert Rodriguez, he's a Planet Terror. That's good.
Yeah, that's good fun. That's really enjoyable. That's
a nice fun zombie film.
There's a really bad one that came out. We better mention it, even though it's a terrible film, which is World War Z, which is a recent.
You can talk about it because I'll just end up ranting.
Yeah.
I'll rant all day.
Yeah, this is not a good film. This is based on a book. James is already looking like he's going to blow his top. Imagine if you've seen Scanners, where the guy's head explodes. That's what James looks like just now.
The book is so good.
I know.
But how
I know the film's so monumentally stupid that as you're watching it, you're thinking, Jesus Christ, how did no one... what happened? The funniest bit for me is watching them acting of Glasgow's Philadelphia in the opening sequences of the first zombie attack, because it's set in the middle of it's set in Philadelphia, but it's shot in Glasgow, and a lot of the places where the zombies run is places I've kind of walked like a zombie doing a pub crawl. You know, it's like, which is always makes it more amusing for me. It's like, yeah, I've walked down that street, pissed at my skull, like walking like a zombie. And now they're shooting a zombie film there. You know, but it is a monumentally stupid film. This is a film that you will look at and go, what? I mean, the only funny bits of that, plus the bit in Israel where the zombies are climbing the wall and going over the wall and jumping over, which is a nice visual, but they don't do anything with it. You know.
Aye.
It's just there's lots of bits, but there's nice visuals, but they don't do anything with it. So it's a film to watch if you want to be really frustrated. And we'll move on now before James actually does spontaneously combust.
Aye.
I'm just looking to see if there's any other zombie stuff on what I've written down.
The only other zombie stuff I can think is the Resident Evil series, but there's not much to say about them.
No, there's I Am Legend, the Omega Man films, which is kind of zombie stuff.
Is there no vampires?
It's meant to be vampire, and it's vampires in the book, right? And the first film version of I Am Legend is called The Last Man on Earth, and it's vampires. It's Vincent Price. It's more faithful to the book than any other ones. The I Am Legend and Omega Man they're making them more like zombies, really, or creatures who are infected, and the world has collapsed. Now, I enjoy both of those films, but them, or even Last Man on Earth, none of them are patched on the original book. The original book's great. The film versions never quite get it. They never quite get the isolation, the craziness. Because this all takes place in the guy's head as he talks about it in the book. Mm-hmm. And in the film, you can't do that. So you just get all these incidents happening. It becomes more an action movie like the I Am Legend film, which I enjoyed, but it's not really the book. James is shaking his head. He doesn't enjoy that film, do you?
Yeah, I don't. No, I wasn't a big fan, especially of the creatures. They looked horrendous.
Yeah, they're very CGI, didn't they? They looked like they were.
They looked like Jar Jar Binks' ballsack.
That's one way to put it. We've seen Omega Man.
Probably when I was younger.
Charlton Heston.
I think I watched it in college.
Alright. It's a fun movie. It's not good. It's fun though. It's that kind of 70s campy, enjoyable, slightly crappy world, really. It's just that 70s. It's very 70s, you know.
Yeah.
It's that kind of 70s sci-fi thing. I enjoyed it, but it's not great. Right. So is it my turn for our kind of subject then, or?
Yes.
Right. I'm going to go for Escape from New York and Escape from LA. It's the next ones, because they're different from what we've just been talking about. I don't want to go on and on the same road. Right. So these are basically the John Carpenter movies, starring Kurt Russell with Snake Plissken. The future's going to hell. We're in a fascist state, and the big cities have now become prisons, where you get sent in, and if you basically get sent in, and you have to try and make a living there. Like, you have to grow your... Basically, they drop in supplies, you have to fight for the supplies, you have to fight your fellow prisoners to survive. You know, there's different sorts of trade involved, but everybody's doing their own thing basically to survive. And it's a very dark two films that pretty much human beings at the worst. You know.
But it's just awesome.
I know, but with a cool hero in Snake Plissken who just pretty much is totally cynical. He's thrown into these things he has to rescue people who are important, who have fallen into these areas. And he is just out for himself, basically.
Aye. Does he care about him, do?
Like, at all. I mean, every so often you get a grunt to suggest he doesn't mind somebody. I think that's what the best you get, is he doesn't mind you. Like, leave me alone, but I don't mind you existing. You know, I'll allow it.
Aye.
That's as far as he goes. Not any more than that. I mean, it's obvious to say the first one's the better one. The best one is Escape from New York. That's the much better film.
Yeah.
I kind of like Escape from LA as well. It's very flawed. I did a video on it recently. But the first one, when people talk about characters, it's really the first one I'm talking about, really.
Yeah.
Cause
I think I've only seen the second one a couple of times.
Yeah. The second one has nice bits in it, but the first one is a whole mood of New York, and it just feels much more complete, and just feels like the perfect place for that character. It's one of those films that just works.
It really does. It's just, it looks so 80s, it's brilliant.
But it looks so grindy and well. It just looks like a place you'd pick up a disease if you just walk through a street. You know, everything looks wrong. They've got all these pimped out cars. There's whole areas that have been walled off, so you wander into them, you're going to die. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, basically.
It'd make a perfect computer game.
It'd be a perfect TV show as well. You could just build the set and actually have a lot of things happening in New York. You could actually do a really cool TV show. But yeah, it's a terrific film. It's so much the way you think of when you think of big cities going wrong at night time. You probably think Escape from New York. This feels like Escape from New York. If all the lights out in any city, it would instantly feel like Escape from New York. Really.
Yeah.
And it's
just badass, isn't it?
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is just sit back, munch your munchies, and watch a badass film.
Yeah, and just enjoy watching it, and enjoy just the kind of cynicism as well. It's so cynical about the politics involved and how corrupt the people are. Like the government are corrupt. The people in the prison are all corrupt. Everyone's corrupt. Like Snake Plissken works because he's honestly corrupt rather than dishonestly corrupt. He admits to being a selfish bugger, but he's a lot less corrupt than some most other people around him just by being who he is. You know. But I mean, if you stay out of his way, you're fine. He's not going to come after you. If you get in his way, you'll have some problems.
That's right.
Yep. There's some variations of this one. There's a Book of Eli, which is Denzel Washington one. It's also a post-apocalyptic one where he's got the Bible.
I've not seen that one.
It's good fun. It's not great, but it's enjoyably fun. I wasn't sure if you'd seen it or not. I thought I'd bring it up because there's not much to say. Either if you've seen it, you know it's enjoyable.
It's on my list to watch.
Yeah,
just never. Yeah.
It's enjoyable. It's just like what do you do? Go have some fun with it. It's not great, but it's enjoyable. So what do you want to go next?
Well, I was just thinking of a film that is post-apocalyptic, Jason X.
Holy shit!
That is very post-apocalyptic. You're on a different planet now.
Yeah, but I think we're going by the idea of what the Earth is. It has to be set in Earth. Come on.
Well, this is the end.
Yeah, that's on my list as well. This the end is a fun little comedy about the end of the world with actors being idiots.
They basically just lampoon themselves because they're playing themselves.
Yep. And they're very, very selfish and very, very stupid.
Aye, and James Franco is amazing in it.
Yeah, he sent himself up something rotten.
Yeah. Aye, he's not scared to take the piss at himself.
No. Yeah, I mean, Danny McBride as well, though, is amazing in it, as he just rips into Franco at every opportunity. You know,
Aye.
But the bit when he's brushing his teeth, Franco's brushing his teeth, and there's white stuff in his mouth, and if Danny McBride's making jokes about someone just came in his mouth.
Aye.
Just non-stop. It's just. And
I think that film just came out in Air as well because nobody's expecting it.
Yeah, and there's jokes when Emma Watson shows up and they're trying to avoid raping her, and she hears them talking about it and she goes mental, and it's just so funny, just so wrong.
Aye.
And Michael's
like, we're not going to rape her, and she's like, who wants to rape me?
Yeah. And
like, no, we're saying we don't want to rape you.
Yeah, and Seth Rogen as the biggest wuss ever. He directed this film and he sets himself up as the biggest, most deceitful, cowardly person ever. You know, he's no backbone whatsoever.
Jonah Hill gets raped by a demon.
I know Jonah Hill plays the most two-faced person. Jay Baruchel plays the most snobbish person ever. The most.
Aye.
You know, but he's the decent one. He's like one of the most decent ones there. He's just a bit up himself. But apart from that, generally okay. And Craig Robinson's in there as well, playing one of the few decent people there who's just trying to be nice.
Aye.
And you've got Michael
Cera is like
the most awful person ever. Which leads to the best joke. The world's ending, but the good news is Michael Cera died.
I don't want to say too much about the film for people to still see it.
I don't think people just went on to the first 20 minutes of it. Really?
Aye. It's just so good.
Yeah.
It's like, I didn't expect to like the film because it kind of came out of nowhere. There was no real hype, and I watched it and I was like, this is great. Why is nobody talking about this film?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a film there's two films like this that's on my list that might be good to talk about. You probably haven't seen them, but I'll just say what they are. It's called Night of the Comet, which is with these two valley girls who the world has ended and they have to try and survive. And they're just valley girls, they have no skills. It's from the 80s.
I'm sure that's on Netflix. So
yeah, it's really good. It's really funny. I definitely recommend seeing it. It's a lot like This Is the End in the sense it's apocalypse, but it's a sense of humour. You know, and it sends up a lot of the pretensions of the survivors and what they were. And there's also the film called The Quiet Earth, which is set in New Zealand, and everybody's died apart from 3 people. And they have to work out why they didn't die. And what do you do in life when everyone else is dead apart from you 3? It's a nice little 80-minute New Zealand film, pretty low budget, but it's very good. I did a video on it last year. It's a really enjoyable film. For those that both kind of linked to This Is the End, that kind of same kind of quirky, lower budget apocalypse film. It's all about the people rather than the special effects. Really.
Aye.
But This Is the End is definitely one to see because it has the most ridiculous ending. It's wonderful. You know?
It's brilliant. I don't want to say what it is, but it's so good. It's such a great payoff.
I know, and it's something you don't expect. You don't expect them to go to a certain place, and they go there full on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it only would ever work if they actually went for it completely. They should do. That's all I can say.
When it goes dark, it goes really dark. That film.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of the imagery you see in that film is something you don't ever want to see again.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's funny though, in a funny way. So whose turn is it? My turn now.
Your turn.
Right. I'll go for the Planet of the Apes series.
The originals.
The whole thing.
All of them.
I mean,
I've still not seen the latest Planet of the Apes one, so don't talk about that.
Yeah, I know. well, technically the Planet of the Apes Tim Burton one doesn't take place on Earth, so that doesn't count. But the rest do, so they count.
Yeah.
Just generally Planet of the Apes. Post-apocalyptic. The apes have taken over. Human beings are mute idiots. We're ruled by monkeys. Feels about right, doesn't it?
Sounds like America.
Yeah. It feels inevitable now, doesn't it, really?
It really does.
I mean, honestly though, doesn't Boris Johnson look like a big gorilla?
A wee bit.
He does. It looks like one of the characters in Planet of the Apes. He's got that. He's got the body shape to be an ape. You know.
Fair enough.
Look at his hairstyle. That's more ape than man.
I wouldn't call that style.
I know, but you know what I mean. He looks like he could be in Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're ruled by apes too. You know. And look at both of us. We're not exactly un-ape-like.
Speak for yourself.
I'm watching you right now, and I see you and think, yep, definitely an ape. An ape with glasses. Yeah. So Planet of the Apes is it's one of those series. I really like the new ones better than the old ones because the old ones always annoyed me because they were a bit smug, and they were like, "Oh, we were about social issues." And it's like, you're a bit apes beating up humans. That's it. Have fun.
Aye.
And they always act as if they were about something they weren't. I like the new ones better because they actually have themes involved. It's quite dark, but they don't overdo it. They don't stop the movie to tell you off like for how dumb you are or something. So
Yeah.
I really enjoy the new ones. They're really enjoyable. They're really fun. It's not a James Franco movie. He seems
That's
to like.
true, another James Franco.
Yeah, he seems to like Apocalypse. That boy.
It does.
And yeah, I especially like the second one of the new series now. Is it Dawn?
Yeah.
It's really good with Gary Oldman as a villain, but he's a very human villain. He's understandable, and Caesar's a very understandable, and he's dealing with his own people, and everyone's messed up and very interesting. Did I see that with you, Dawn?
I think we went to see the second one together, yeah.
Yeah. It's really good. It's a really strong film.
Yeah.
And I've given you a third one, so you better watch it.
I've got the freedom there. I was going to watch them with Daniel, but the lockdown's happened, so it's been put off.
Alright. They are wonderful films. They are really lots of fun. Even though I said I didn't really... I thought the originals were small, they're still enjoyable. You know, yeah, I mean, the first one, I think I know what give the first one right, is he lands on what he thinks is an alien planet, but there's apes who speak English. That shouldn't tell him something that he's back on Earth. They speak English.
Yeah.
I mean, he's meant to be an astronaut. It'd be the first thing you'd notice.
He's not that smart.
No, he's pretty dumb. It's a thing that bugged me even when I was a child. It's like, they speak English, you're obviously enough, shut up, don't be an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm an 8-year-old and I can figure this out. You know, I'm a little rant over.
Sure.
I'm quite fond of the second one because they blow up the whole planet at the end of it, which I thought was quite a nice thing to do, is just destroy the planet. Just blow it all up. And then they go...
Maniacs.
Yep. And they go back in time and have the whole cyclical thing. So... Yeah, the Apes movies are enjoyable. So I'll let you go on with one now.
I'm just trying to think of one, to be honest. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of
Do you want me to suggest? Do you want me to suggest stuff then?
You may as well just continue off your list.
Right.
I kind of think of the other ones.
Right. Well, the obvious one's Terminator.
Yeah. Well, you class them as post-apocalyptic films, but the only one I personally class is number 4, because that one's completely in the post-apocalyptic. Because the rest of them just show glimpses of the future. It's not set.
But it's part of the theme is trying to avoid that future, so they still count as post-apocalyptic films. It's about people coming back from that future who have experienced of the apocalypse, try to stop it. So it still counts.
The film's not set in the apocalypse.
It's almost an apocalypse. And you know, Dark Fate was an apocalypse of a film.
They're pre-apocalypse movies.
There's not apocalypse then. Apocalypse is still within them in the description of them.
Fair enough.
I'm trying to expand this to be interesting.
I'm just winding you up.
I know. But the thing is, he's winding me up, trying to, but he's laughing. I can see him smiling. So he's not doing a very good job of it, because I know exactly what he's doing, because he can't stop smirking.
I know, I don't have a good poker face.
Yeah. If he was actually managed to do it seriously, I might have wound up properly, but I couldn't because I could see the smile as he was trying to do it.
I should have had my mouth covered.
Yeah.
So the Terminator films, I enjoy every one of these films except I can't even remember the name of the new one. What's the new one called?
Dark Fate.
Dark Fate. I couldn't remember the name of it.
Yeah.
That's how much I don't like it.
We should point out when we both saw this together, and when we came out of the cinema, I was very quiet for a bit. You know,
not a good sign.
Yeah, like I was extremely quiet.
Normally you can't wait to talk about the ending as we're walking by the people that are going in to see it.
Yeah. Especially if there's a twist. I want to destroy their experience.
Yep.
Yeah, but no, this one is. Yeah, I've already done a whole video ranting about it, so I won't go back into that. But yeah, it's not good. But yeah, I enjoy even the most flawed of those films. I really like the TV show as well. Yeah, but they're post-apocalyptic films to a degree. They're different. They're a bit off kilter.
Yeah.
But they're enjoyable. There's also 12 Monkeys, which is the same idea. Although 12 Monkeys is based on La Jetée, which came well before Terminator. So everything came from La Jetée rather than Terminator. So Terminator is influenced by La Jetée. Everything's influenced by La Jetée. Which I have in Blu-ray, by the way. Do you have it in Blu-ray?
To be honest, I couldn't care less about that film.
It's brilliant. It's wonderful. It's like Terminator in half an hour, but done better than Terminator would ever do it.
I've never even seen 12 Monkeys. It never interested me.
12 Monkeys is great. It's definitely a good atmospheric post-apocalyptic world, and the lead up to it and the craziness involved. So that's a nice little tweaked version of that world. I've got Blade Runner series. I know there's 2 of them. It's a post-apocalyptic world. Is
that not just a futuristic world?
Well, it's not a happy one. It's pretty dark.
Because it's not happy doesn't mean it's apocalyptic.
It looks like some bad stuff's happened in it. It looks like some terrible.
It just looks like Apple took over the world. That's how it happens.
No, I would say some sort of apocalypse has happened. A lot of things are dead that shouldn't be dead. It's a man-made apocalypse, man-made industrial apocalypse. It's definitely apocalypse in some way. But yeah.
Well, with that thinking, does that mean that the Super Mario movie is an apocalyptic movie because the dinosaur world is basically apocalypse?
Yeah, it can be, but it's also an apocalypse because it's a terrible film. It's an apocalypse of a film. What? No.
Still enjoy it.
Yeah. So those ones. There's not much to say about them actually. It's just like it kind of counts, but it's a kind of offshoot of it. Really, it's not pure apocalypse, but it is. If you want the feel of an apocalypse movie, you'll get it from this film, but it's not purely the same way. You've got the Day the Earth Caught Fire, which have you seen that one?
Nope.
Do you know what it's about?
Assuming the Earth caught fire.
Nope. Do you have another guess?
Nope. Aliens?
No, the Earth gets turned off its own axis due to nuclear tests, and because of that, we're in the wrong rotation, and we're going way too close to the sun when we should. So we're going to burn alive, basically. And it's all about them trying to sort it. It's a very good film, very dark. It's a nice little film. I did a video on it. Obviously, I didn't watch the video. You bastard.
I just thought of a post-apocalyptic movie, but I know you've not seen it. Barbed Wire with Pamela Anderson.
You're right, I haven't seen it. Explain
you
it.
should see it.
Explain it then.
Oh, it's been a year since I last seen this film, but if I remember rightly, there's some sort of but it's set in a post-apocalyptic event. It's kind of like Mad Max-ish, and she's a bounty hunter. That's all you need to know. She's a sexy bounty hunter.
Alright. Okay, what was your other one then? You told me when I was taking a little stoppage there that you found one more. What was it?
10 Cloverfield Lane.
It's an alien-inspired apocalypse. Does that count?
It's not an apocalypse. World ends.
Well, yeah, so Cloverfield then is the same then?
Basically, but that's during, but 10 Cloverfield Lane is after the event.
Yeah, but it's still an apocalypse movie though.
Plus it's set in one real location, which is always good.
Yeah.
Very claustrophobic for us lockdown people.
Yeah. And it's a very nice little film. I really like that one.
Very surprisingly good.
Yep. And John Goodman playing a bit of a nutcase.
Oh, he's brilliant. And another John Goodman mentioned in it.
Yep. Yeah, and it's also good. There's a good central character there as well, played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who's always fun in movies, and it's nice to find someone who's logical and behaves in a logical manner that you can follow, and it's not like someone going crazy or anything. It's someone who's got legitimate suspicions. So yeah, it's a really nice movie.
I don't want to spoil any big plot points, but it's really good that it lays a lot of clues out there for you to pick up.
Yeah, it doesn't slam them down on you straight away, and it leaves enough ambiguity so you can think, did I see that right, or maybe I'm being paranoid. It allows you to be paranoid as well, which is very nice. You know, I like that in films that allows you to be paranoid.
You're just as paranoid as the characters.
Yep. Or the way you are in daily life.
Aye.
Yeah. I've got a tangent one. I've got two tangent ones since we talked to the Wachowskis in the other video. Matrix is set in a post-apocalyptic world, but it goes into the Matrix a lot of the time, and you end up being in the world that we see here. But also, you've got a big section in the sequels of the post-apocalyptic world. So that kind of counts, but it's not the main thrust of the films. But it's still there. It's still part of the story.
Yep.
So it's.
I like the Matrix movies, but my least favourite's the first one.
Really? What's that?
I think the first one's quite boring.
Alright, you're weird.
Yep.
Well, I gave you them anyway, so you can watch them.
Yeah. My favourite's the second one.
I really like the second one. The second one's really interesting and really fun. A lot more fun than people allow. I've also got V for Vendetta, which is set in apocalypse of a plague that's wiped out a lot of America. And it's Britain and a fascist state within that world, which is a post-apocalyptic movie. We talked about this briefly when we talked about the Speed Racer, because one of the villains was from this as well. That's a nice little film. You know, it's based on a comic book. It's very dark, and it's got lots of themes about what people do to each other when they're under the gun. You know, when they're in bad situations. Really, so it's a really nice film, very underrated. I saw it in IMAX. This one.
I just went to regular cinema.
No, I'm thinking I was working right next door to an IMAX cinema at the time when it came out, so I could just cross the road after work and just go and see it there. So that's how I saw it in IMAX. It wasn't because I was getting my way to see it in IMAX. It was just because I worked right next to an IMAX at the time.
I've only seen one film in IMAX, and that was I Am Legend.
I saw Avatar in IMAX as well. I've seen a lot of IMAX specialist films.
Yeah.
But,
I only went to see I Am Legend because of the 10-minute preview of The Dark Knight, and I happily left after that preview because I Am Legend was crap.
Yeah, he's not a fan. I've got A Quiet Place.
Not seen it yet.
It's a good film. So I'm looking forward to the sequel. So I won't discuss that one anymore since you haven't seen it. I'm just looking at it. Children of Men.
That's a good one.
Yeah, nice dark film about people.
I've only ever seen it once.
I've only seen it once as well, but I've got it. I bought it recently, so I'm going to watch it again soon. It's a nice little film with Clive Owen about a guy who lives in a world where no one can have children, and it shows you how. What are you doing with your eyes? Stop that. He's doing weird stuff now, and he's not giving me the finger.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, he is. So I'm not looking at him now as I talk. Children of Men's a nice little. It's a film about a guy who lives in a world with no one can have children. Feels very much like the way things are going just now, where everyone's just trying to get on with it, but everyone's a bit depressed and fed up. And they all look like James, which means ugly and evil. Yeah.
Sounds right.
Yeah. And I've another one, a film I love, I'm pretty sure James hasn't seen. It's called Stalker. It's a Russian film from the late 70s. It's one of my favourite films ever. It's amazing, it's wonderful. It's set in apocalypse in Russia, after apocalypse, and basically there's this zone where people can go and they can find this area which answers a lot of questions, but it's a big, very mysterious area. It's really all about Russia, and Russia after the war, and Russia during the communist era. It's very good, very moody, very dark. Definitely say you should watch this one. We've also got Snowpiercer. You seen that one?
I know it's on a train, but I've not got around to it yet.
It's really good. Chris Evans is the star. John Hurt's in it as well. John Hurt's also in V for Vendetta. You know, and 1984. He likes post-apocalyptic movies, it seems. It's terrific. Ed Harris is in it as well. It's a wonderful, dark film. I don't want to explain that much about it. I think it's best to see it as known as lot as possible.
Aye.
So try and see it, but try and not know anything. Just try and just see it as fresh as possible.
Will do.
So that's basically all I've got in my. I've got Oblivion as well. I missed that one. It's
I've not seen it. That's the Matt Damon one, isn't it?
Tom Cruise one.
Same thing.
Yeah, the Matt Damon one's the.
Elysium, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's not post-apocalyptic. That's just the world's in a bad place. But it's not.
They both basically came out at the same time, though, didn't they?
Yeah, they came pretty close. In the Oblivion, the world has actually ended. Everyone's been killed by aliens, and it's a mystery of why Cruise survives and why other people survive, and the big mystery of it all. And it's a nice little film. It's not great, but it's a nice little film. It's nice and moody. It's well. The guy who directed Tron Legacy directed this one. It's atmospheric. It's not the most original film. You'll be able to spot some of the twists, but it's well done. It's enjoyable. I enjoyed it, but I can't make any great claims for it. It's been fascinating or anything, but it's enjoyable sci-fi.
It's Tom Cruise, so I'll avoid it.
Yeah, he's not the biggest fan. So that's my list over then. We've done them all.
Me as well. I can't think of anything else. I can't see anything from the DVD cupboard from here.
Yep. So that's our episode over. We've run out of things to say, so we're going to bid you adieu now, and we'll be back soon whenever James actually watches the Tron movies.
Oh, that's coming, don't worry.
Alright. We've got a list of films we're going to talk about, but we're kind of waiting on somebody getting off their arse. Really?
Basically, aye.
Yeah. I thought I'd put the shame where it was deserved.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Because I watched Speed Racer ages ago while waiting on you, and I've watched Tron about a week or two ago now.
I watched Speed Racer like 2 weeks ago.
I know. Yeah, but we went to shoot Speed Racer last week.
What?
Yeah. We went to shoot it last week, but you couldn't make it. Well, in lockdown.
I could be bored. Just couldn't be bothered.
Right. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll be back soon with other episodes. Right, bye for now.
No worries, have a good one. Bye.